Hey everyone, this is Capritonic and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Platinum. Here in the last part, I decided just to do a little bit off-screen training, and during the process of that I got all of my members of my team up to level 9. The only difference is that Zephyr, my Starly, learned one different move, which was Wing Attack. The reason why I did this is probably going to be explained just as we go along. We're kind of done here and now in Jubilife City. There's nothing more for us to do. We may end up probably coming back through the city eventually, but that'll be for a different story. Coming down to the east of it now, you'll land on Jubilife. Wait a second, we have Barry. What are you doing here, Barry? I was actually about to sing a song, but Barry just rudely interrupted us. So on Route 203, we're going to actually bump into Barry, and he wants to battle us. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this battle against Barry. So Barry's actually going to have two Pokemon, the first being his Starly at level 7. I'm going to lead with Petal, which isn't really a good matchup, but for this Starly it's actually going to have two moves of Wing Attack and Growl. Now normally that would be a very bad matchup for my Badoo. I'm just thinking what I want to switch out into. I do have like a choice of 3 Pokemon here. I'm just going to make it pretty easily for myself. I'm just going to go into Happy Feet, and this should be pretty easy just to deal with. The reason why I trained off screen is because this battle, if you're kind of like between levels say 5 to 7 and you only have like 2 members on your team, even maybe just like 1, I'm not saying you would lose the battle, but you'd be like struggling to win comfortably basically. So this is kind of the reason why I just wanted to do a bit off screen training. I only trained on the wild Pokemon, I think on Route 204, which isn't really much to explain, but yep, just keep attacking his Starly. Eventually that should go down, and always in this battle against Barry, he'll only have like Starly, then his starter Pokemon. So in comes the Turtwig. We just better calm down with that one. The Turtwig is about to come in. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go into Zephyr. And the reason why I got Wing Attack is for this exact reason, because this Turtwig is so damn bulky. It does have 2 moves, by the way. It does have, I believe, if I remember correctly, Tackle and maybe Withdraw. So with Wing Attack, it's going to do about half damage, which is great because I think I maybe would have struggled without maybe my Zephyr in this battle. So this should be a pretty solid victory for me, which it is, and yeah, nothing to it. If you do have a Starly at level 9, you probably will find taking on the Turtwig, or even like if you were to have a Chimchar, pretty easy, or even same could be said if he actually had the Piplup as well. So with that being said, Barry's defeated, so nothing to it really. Well, what do you mean I lost? Of course you lost, you're against me, fool. Now run along like a little girl that you are, and run along to the next city, because that's what you seem to always do, always arriving to the next city. So his next destination from the text, I'm gonna assume, is Oreburgh City, and he wants to try and take on the gym. But for a little while, I believe we're just going to be training here on Route 203, because there's actually quite a lot of trainers for me to take on. Let's just see what most of these people will have to say. There seems to be an item just around here. Let's just see what this trainer has. I get my get up and go from my Pokemon. Okay, here we go. Kricketot and Zubat. So basically this guy just told me his team before even actually interacting into the battle, which is a little bit strange because yeah, I do have the advantage knowing what he's going to have. Petal isn't really a good matchup again, so yeah, that's really silly of the guy to telling me what he has on his team. I mean, why would you want to try and do that? So let's go to Zephyr and just blow this thing up with a Wing Attack. And yeah, he's going to go for Bide. Bide is a move that will basically store power based on how much damage it takes, but let's be honest, this Kricketot isn't going to survive, which is yeah, Bide. The more times the user of the attack has been attacked, the Bide of the move will become stronger. So I believe is on the second turn after its use, and basically like 3 turns overall, Bide will attack and it will dish out like a lot of damage based on if it was able to survive and the bide is still there going. So to be honest, bide isn't really a good move. I don't really favorable like using bide. I've never really used bide for my time of playing Pokemon, and I don't recommend it to anybody, but it's just like one of those moves that you should probably know what it was trying to accomplish then, just because based on the fact that yeah, the Kricketot was trying to do something and it kind of failed. And Zubat, oh god, Supersonic. This is one of the reasons why I do hate Zubat, because Leech Life and like Supersonic, if you ever come across them in old games of Pokemon, you know, they'd be just daring caves constantly. So thankfully I do not get confused there, and yeah, down goes his Zubat. So that's end of that trainer, youngster Michael. Ah, my Pokemon. Yeah, get away from this. Get away from me. Let's see what we have around here. So we have a Pokeball. I guess that could be useful, but most of our team is kind of caught up for now. So let's just keep going this way, and let's see what we have. Another trainer. Let's just read this dashboard for a sec. Trainers tips, Pokemon zoos, blah blah blah. Basically, that was just trying to say PP or PowerPoints is what it's usually called, or PP for short. And if you do run out of PP, you will probably have to run back to the Pokemon Center and be like, "Nurse Joy, serve my Pokemon, revive my Pokemon, like, revive my Pokemon, please," or something like that. I don't know. So we have a Shinx against Petal. That's actually a better matchup. I'm actually just going to be like using Petal just a little bit more, because yeah, the reason why I need to be using Petal is because I'll basically tell you now, to evolve Petal into the next evolution, it needs to be trained throughout certain points of the daytime, and during like certain hours as well. So I'm trying to bit the way it evolves is when it has a lot of happiness. That some of the Pokemon in this game, I think that and maybe one other Pokemon it applies to as well. And I can't remember who else, just trying to remember top of my head, who kind of evolves through happiness. But yeah, Bidoof has to be super happy, and the way to get Pokemon super happy is to keep it alive as much as possible, and like train it up as well as much as possible, because the more levels it grows, the more happiness it gains basically. So you probably will notice that I will be using Bidoof quite a lot through these upcoming trainer battles. So there we go, take out that Shinx, go to level 10 and learn Stun Spawn. Poor youngster. All these youngsters don't really have a good matchup against me, did they now? Although I did kind of mention that I will be training up Bidoof as well, as much as like my other Pokemon. The reason I don't really like training like one Pokemon so much as well is because I want to try and make sure that each of my members of my team are kind of like unleveled. They may become like a circumstance or like a situation where I might just use one Pokemon through one section of the game. It just that's how I like kind of like train sometimes. It's kind of strange. I don't know if anybody performs this same like knowledge of the game and just goes through with it the same way. But basically, yeah, I just like to train each of my Pokemon simultaneously in terms of levels. And yeah, I don't really like to have one Pokemon just fly through the levels. There may like come a time where I just might want to just like train one Pokemon just for a while, but then I actually will stop training and just like make sure that the next Pokemon is the same level. But anyway, this Machop is low kicking. It's actually quite hurting my Piplup up here. I'm just gonna keep bubbling it, and it should, there we go, it's gonna go down now. So yeah, not really too much trouble, but yeah, it's gonna give me enough experience to go to level 10. Excellent. And yeah, going back to the Bidoof thing, yeah, I'll probably have to train it as much as possible through the daytime, just because it's important that I kind of get up that happiness during that peak. There actually are different methods to gaining the happiness on like Pokemon such as Bidoof. I've kind of mentioned like keeping it alive, making sure if you find yourself in a situation where you'll probably need to, for example, keep it alive, always going back to the Pokemon Center or even using your items such as potion will pretty much keep its happiness going. So leveling up is also like another way to make sure that its happiness is growing, and I think using it as much as possible during battles is also like one method or like one of the few ways that it will actually gain more happiness. There's nothing else I can think of at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's actually other methods, but for the time being I think those will probably be basic enough to make sure that the dude's gonna be super happy. Most of these Pokemon seem to be quite low level compared to the other trainers. That's a bit really strange. Why have like level 4s against me now when I've basically already beat like level 4s on the early stage? That just makes no sense. But hey, yeah, if most like you probably will notice like most of these Pokemon will be level 4, but that's 4 times level 4 level 4s. So basically I'm gaining about, let's say, 200 experience points maybe overall. Which I guess isn't too bad. Let's just go back into Zephyr because Spark is just having too much fun here. And this trainer has a Polbidoo as well. Okay, let's just wing attack and let's just move on because this trainer really didn't accomplish much capturing 4 Pokemon on level 4. Knowing that I would be on my way here just to defeat her. So she has an Abra. Abra shouldn't really cause too much trouble. I really don't expect this Abra to do anything because usually Abra is quite low level with only no teleport. So let's just see if my thought process is kind of correct here because I don't expect maybe one Absorb to finish this off. Just because Absorb's pretty weak. So let's see. Yep, did nothing and going for teleport, trying to use teleport. Now teleport's a move that basically allows the user of the move to teleport away from battle. If you don't know what teleport is, then you're kind of strange. But during like Pokemon, during battles against like trainers, I should be saying, teleport just doesn't come into effect. If that was a wild Abra, the first time it used teleport, it would have basically allowed it to flee. So that's pretty annoying if you ever want to try and capture an Abra. You kind of need to be, let's see, one way to maybe try and capture an Abra quite easy is to make sure that you get lucky with your Pokeball maybe. Maybe use like a status such as like sleep or power. Oh yeah, sleep probably more favorably. You can try go for like stun spore for example, but you'd be then relying on like the paralysis to kick in, which would probably be a bad idea. But yep, try to put it asleep or maybe get like lucky with your Pokeballs, I guess. You could also use like a Pokemon with the ability called Shadow Tag, which prevents opposition from like escaping from you. And yeah, and I believe with Shadow Tag the ability of that just is pretty later on in most games because only certain Pokemon can actually learn Shadow Tag, and Wobbuffet comes into mind for that. And usually Wobbuffet's like a Pokemon that you can, I'm not saying you could actually, I don't know if you can capture it like wild in this game, but in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald you can find like wild Wynot, I think, in an egg and then train it up that way. I'm just thinking of too much things at once. That was a bit silly of me. Like me going through this section here and I actually fell down that fell down that then. But just to get this X Defend, oh my god, an X Defend is so amazing. Best item in the world to ever have. Not really. Okay, we just ran into a wild Shinx. I don't really approve of that. Okay, we have our own Shinx here. So after that little wild encounter, we should just come down this way, pick up a item, and Repel. Wonderful. Repel is actually a very useful item in this game if you don't really want to be bumping into wild Pokemon like during the times of like training against trainers, for example. Repel is a move that will prevent like wild Pokemon from like actually running into you. But the point of using a Repel is you need to be like high leveled up in certain areas. But because most of these Pokemon around here are only like level 4, 5, most of my Pokemon are like level 9 and 10, or all 10 now, sorry. Repel will actually kick in. So if you were to be in an area of like Pokemon say like level 20, and your Pokemon are like level 19, there's a chance that Repel won't work against those Pokemon that are level 20. It's just basically the mechanics of how Repel works. So inside of this cave, we're making our way still to the Oreburgh City gym, and this hiker here will actually interact with you, tell you something about you're like a noob, but a nice thing about this man, he's actually going to give you HM or 6. So this is actually the first HM you will pick up in this game. In order to use the HM 06 called Rock Smash, you need to actually earn the first gym badge, which is something we're going to try and achieve, hopefully, during the course of the upcoming stages of this walkthrough. So we can't go that way, and I can't actually show you or even demonstrate me using Rock Smash because I need to earn that first gym badge. The good thing about using the HM though is you can actually use it in Wild if you really wanted to. I don't recommend using Rock Smash just because it's not the world's strongest HM in this game. So with that being said, here we have another trainer battle, and let's see. Oh, they have a Starly, wonderful. Let's go Zephyr, because Zephyr's going to be able to take on this Starly of the opponent. And going back to like HMs, if I remember correctly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 in this game. I'm just thinking on top of my head if there's 7 or 8. I don't want to name them just because I don't want to spoil them, but yeah, I think there's... I'm pretty sure there's 7. If there's 8, then I do apologise, but if I can remember correctly, there should be 7 in this game. That will vary in other Pokemon games. Most of them will probably have like 5, some will have 6, some will have 7. But in this series, I think there should be 7. I might even probably have to look that up. I might even come back to this and be like, oh, there's 8 HMs and I mentioned 7. But I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, there should be 7. If there's 8, I do apologise, or I might even get like a YouTube comment and be like, oh, Kuiper, that's wrong, that's 8. I'm an internet nerd and I knew that answer. Or something like that. Okay, so we have a Shinx here. I'm not gonna like insult anybody, I'm just gonna like, somebody will just be like, oh, you got that wrong. I know everything about Pokemon because I know it better than you. So yeah, whatever. So take out the Shinx and yeah, go to next level. Level 11. Excellent. Like making our way to like the Oreburgh City is kind of not too long. There will be, like I said, there will be like a lot of trainers to interact with. But, you know, it's always good to battle so many trainers before your first upcoming gym badge because you want to try and train as much as possible and get good experience because gym leaders are not very easy in these games, trust me. So, this trainer has a Bidoof, and that's actually a good matchup if a Bidoof, because like I said, I'm still trying to make sure like Bidoof gets a lot of attention in this upcoming early stages of the game because I want to try and make sure Bidoof evolves into a very happy Pokemon. Let's absorb this and absorb its HP as much as possible. And yeah, let's see, Growl's not going to do anything because Growl's useless. Absorb more HP. And yeah, this is kind of getting repeated. Just give it a sec. Pedal will finish off the job, don't worry. I'm trying to make this go as fast as I can, but the animation sometimes is pretty slow. And doing the repeated things is always too slow. So yeah, after this move, I promise we're going to be out of this cave. Absorb. Bye-bye, Bidoof. Bye-bye. Okay, so gain 111 experience and almost go to the next level. Excellent. So after defeating that pitiful trainer, you should now finally get your ass out of that cave and are finally arrived here in Oreburgh City. Excellent. Now this city's not as big as Jubilife City, and firstly you will bump into this little youngster. Howdy, trainer. You don't have a single gym badge. You better do something about that. I'll take you to the Pokemon gym. It's kind of weird actually getting told off by a youngster these days. It's kind of sad. Oh, like I said, Barry. Oh, there's someone there. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I know that someone's there. We actually know who this person is. What is he doing? Huh. Oh, it's you, Kevin. You finally got here. You're slow, like always. But anyway, the gym leader's tough. The gym leader's this tough. Blah, blah, blah. God damn it, I'm going too fast for this. If you want to take on the gym leader, he's at the coal mine. Ah, I see. With that being said, just 1 second, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I just quickly made a pit stop at the Pokemon Center. Now, basically what Barry tried to say, without me going too fast for the text, I do apologize if you want to read that, was that the gym leader is currently not just at his gym, he's actually somewhere else at the moment. But I will show you where the gym leader is momentarily. At the moment, I just want to explore around here in Oreburgh City because there's not really much to showcase other than at least 1 or 2 different things, and we'll probably at least get onto like the main stuff in the next episode, which is to at least take on the gym, hopefully by then, and show you what the gym leader looks like. So we're getting kind of good information about the gym leader here, which is like his name and what he uses. So keep that in mind. He specializes in rock type Pokemon, and yeah. Okay, let's just continue on over here. For a sec, I'm not gonna go into that museum just because I want to kind of just explore everything else, because that museum, yes, it's a museum, but it's not really too important for us. Up here is another route I don't want to show you just yet. I can show you that probably on the next episode, which is Route 207. Yeah, I don't want to disappear just from the city just at the moment, because there's nothing. There's not really much to explore. Let's see, we have a Pokemon, and then we have these 2 big houses. Have you seen vents? They release steam when they blow down, whatever. Let's just go inside of this house for a second, see if there's anything these people might want to tell us or give us. From the looks of that, he doesn't want to give us anything. I'm pretty sure there might be something. Oh wait, there's a Machop for an Abra. I don't exactly have a Machop on me, but what I might do in the next episode is show you in-game trade, if you've never ever done an in-game trade. Now, in-game trade is usually something that you don't have to do. It's something you can do. The idea of doing it is kind of cool because you can actually trade one Pokemon that you don't like or you don't need for a Pokemon that you may need, or something that you kind of may find kind of useful. There's actually kind of like a number of these trades that you can do each of the Pokemon games. I believe that's the first one that you can actually do in this game. We might see at least a couple more throughout this game. I don't know exactly where they are all in this game because it's been that long since I've played it, so trying to remember where all these in-game trades are is kind of like hard to remember. So let's just go inside of this house and see if anything else is going to come to use. I don't really think there is. Nope. Nothing. And yeah. Okay. There actually are 8 gym leaders in the Sinnoh region, and that's very useful. If I haven't told you that already, there actually are 8 gym leaders, so in order to become the best trainer in the world, we need to gain 8 gym badges. Okay. Are you catching Pokemon here? Like, you hit a dust ball. Alright, that's kind of cool. That might come in useful, maybe, for something down the line. Not at the moment. Dust ball is a different type of Pokeball or ball that you can actually get in this game. I believe that was actually an introduction in the 4th generation. So I think in Diamond and Pearl, originally dust balls were introduced. I could be wrong. But they kind of actually are better in this game than most games, to be honest. So, okay, that's a cider, whatever. Let's just go out of this building. But yeah, going back to the Machop thing, I will try and capture Machop in the next episode. I can actually show you where that is. Okay, so that's kind of done for Pokemon. We can always go back to that anytime. See if this trainer, nope. Anything down here? Probably nothing. Barry's still at the Pokemon gym for some reason. I thought he would have gone by now. I guess he's just there to block access to the Pokemon gym from us. So, inside of this house, let's see. For instance, a regular Pikachu has a yellow body, correct? Well, they're probably different Pokemon have different personalities, of course. That's Pokemon for you. Alright, nothing in that house. Okay. I think, if I remember correctly, that's all the houses. Unless if I've missed one, I don't really think I have. Oh, there's a house down there which we can probably come round to in a moment. But for a second, I'm just going to take a look inside of the museum. Now, this museum is kind of useful because you can actually revive your fossils that you will probably end up in this game. In the old games, you could get three different fossils in the Kanto region, none in the Johto. Was it 2? I'm gonna assume 2 in the Hoenn region, and probably 2 in this one as well. So what I might do eventually is show you where to get the fossils from in this game, and I may end up like showing you how to. Well, that person we just spoke to will revive the fossils for us, but I will show you the Pokemon that you can hopefully get with those fossils sometime down the line. So keep that in mind if you ever want to use the fossil Pokemon, or the fossils that you will find in this game. Although there's actually 2 fossil new introductions in this game, I can remember correctly that you will be able to find the old fossils in this game as well from the previous game. So that's kind of cool. I mean, you can. Fossil Pokemon are very good, actually. So let's see. We have this building just here. I actually forgot about this building. Okay, let's just go inside. All right, let's see what you're gonna say. Talking to so many people is usually like, although you kind of do sound like Rocky all of a sudden from Rocky films. So whatever. Let's go upstairs. Okay, youngster man, what do you have? Yeah, oh, Great Ball, excellent. Another type of ball, better than Pokeball, but not as good as like maybe like an Ultra Ball, which is probably the better of the Pokeballs that you can actually buy from like the Pokemon, which we can't do at this early stages in the game because they're quite expensive, and the only balls that you can usually buy Pokeballs. I don't really think you can actually buy any Great Balls in this city. Probably. It works out like Pokeballs early stages. As you're going through like the first couple of cities, you might be able to find a couple of Great Balls, but going like towards the end of the cities, you should be able to find Ultra Balls. Now what I'll do is I'm going to cut it off here just because this has been a very, very long episode, and I've kind of rambled on a lot in this. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Bye bye.